from JP. It's coming up. Some pre-orders. Let's see. Ooh, Rye Deluxe. Joker War. Reading that one right now digitally. Moon Knight. Can't go wrong with some Moon Knight. What do we got here? Oh, what is that? Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was just browsing the selection that JP has for some upcoming pre-orders and things that are going to be coming out later on in February. So, yeah, be sure to go check out our sponsor, JP, at organicpricebooks.com, and be sure to use the offer code THC2 to save $2 off your order. Or, if you want to order multiple books, 3 or more, and you want them all to ship together and save an additional 5% off your order, use the offer code THCSHIPITTOGETHER. All one word. Use that one, THCSHIPITTOGETHER, all one word, and you'll get an extra 5% off of your total order, which, I mean, hey, that's a pretty good deal, especially when you're ordering 3 books. It's usually around a $10 savings at minimum. Pretty good deal, so be sure to go check it out, JP, organicpricebooks.com. But anyway, that brings us to today's video. I was really kind of thinking, what is it that I'm excited about that's upcoming this year, that's going to be being released later on this year? And to be honest with you, there's not a ton. And it's not because there's not good books coming out. That's not what I mean at all. It's just that I've really had to sort of dial back and really sort of think about what it is that I want in my collection. What am I going to read physically versus what can I read digitally? And that's a big thing, right? Because we all love the physical aspect. Don't get me wrong. The smell, the feel, the texture, it's great, but it's also kind of pricey and it takes up a lot of room. Like if you guys could see my small office right now, I just books wall to wall around here. And it just takes up so much room, and then you get overwhelmed and you're like, I've only read 15% of my collection, and then you keep adding on to it, and it's just this overwhelming cycle that keeps happening, at least for me, and I'm sure there's others that could probably relate. So I've been slimming down my collection quite a bit because I was like, you know what, I don't need all of these books physically. A lot of these books I've had for multiple years. I'm like, am I going to read them? Like, they've been sitting on my shelf for 3 years now, and I haven't touched them. So I've been kind of slimming back and things like that, and really kind of taking inventory, if you will, of what I'll actually read and what I actually want in my collection. And so the things that I've kind of narrowed it down to is SpiderMan. I love SpiderMan. So I have tons of customs. So anything that's not in my customs, it's official, I want to collect in SpiderMan. Any of the Batman books, obviously, I have a lot of Batman customs as well. Anything that I don't have custom bound for Batman that they release in official format, I want to collect those. A lot of my random custom binds, obviously I want to collect those. My Punisher books, I love Punisher, so I'm going to collect all the Punisher stuff. Fantastic Four, I'm going to collect all the Fantastic Four stuff. And then just some indie titles, really. And I was kind of like, okay, I think I'm good. Like, just some indie titles, and then maybe some books that, like, I just one-offs that I really love. Like Moon Knight, for instance, okay? I'll have those. And so I ended up buying the full 5-set volume of Captain America, the Ed Brubaker run. I was like, well, that's something that I want to collect physically. And I'm a little torn because, I mean, I spent all 5 books. I think I spent like $300. So it's not horrible for all 5 books, right? But at the same time, I'm like, how long are they going to sit here before I read them? Like, that's kind of the thing, right? I've read a lot of it digitally in the past, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, which is why I splurged. But so I've been really just sort of dialing in on indie titles that I love, not just any indie title, but like indie titles I love, like Gideon Falls I got. I will definitely be picking up Ice Cream Man, the Sunday edition, this upcoming June. There's, I have the Hack Slash Deluxes that I love. If they continue to release those, I'll definitely be buying those up. So yeah, just sort of like some one-off books, and then, like indie books that I love. I think is what I'm just going to collect kind of going forward, and just sort of let everything else, digital. If I'm going to read it, I'll just read it digitally because it's less real estate in my office, it's less expensive, and I don't have that stress of being like, I've only read 10% of 15 or 20 or whatever percent of my collection, and it just keeps growing, and, I have anxiety as is. I don't need that extra anxiety added onto it. So, But there are some books that are upcoming between now and, I want to say, July, that are being released that I for sure will be picking up, like day one releases for me. And so I just thought I'd kind of do a quick video to kind of showcase those and showcase what it is that I'm going to be picking up. And maybe, somebody might be interested in what I'm looking at, or maybe somebody has some suggestions for me, like, oh, if you like that, you should really check out this. So I'm wide open. I love communicating with you all and talking about it. So first up on the list, I have, obviously, Madman Volume 2, which drops February 8th. Cannot wait for that one. I had Madman Gargantua, Madman Atomica. I ended up parting with those when the library editions dropped. I have Volume 1. I need to get Volume 2. So for sure, picking up Madman Volume 2. Absolutely love it. It's not as big. The library editions are not as big as Gargantua and Atomica were, height-wise and things like that, but it's okay. Still a beautiful collection, so I will continue to pick up the Madman library editions. Sorry, my list is back here. What else? Oh, also coming out on February 8th, Star Wars, Rise of the Sith. Now, so these are the Dark Horse titles that Marvel is now releasing, because Marvel owns Star Wars and everything again. So these are like what was originally the Dark Horse run, Marvel is now releasing in omnibus format. And so I thoroughly loved the Disney Marvel era of Star Wars. The Jason Aaron run, the Kieran Gillen run of Darth Vader, the Charles Soule run of Darth Vader, the Star Wars Bounty Hunter run. Like, I've loved all that stuff. I thought it was great, but I had never read the Dark Horse stuff. And everybody's like, if you like that stuff, you really need to go back and check out the Dark Horse stuff. It's some of the best Star Wars comics you're ever going to read. So I said, okay, cool. So a while back, I don't have the dust jacket for it because it's over there somewhere. But I picked this up, the Old Republic, Volume 1, and I've been tearing through this thoroughly am having a lot of fun with it. I'm going to continue to collect these ones because they're right. These are some of the best books. The stories are super interesting. Even for someone that's not a diehard Star Wars fan, like I'm not at all. I enjoy Star Wars. I love the movies, things like that, but I'm not like, I don't know everything there is to know about Star Wars, right? So you don't have to know everything, which is so great about these books because it's its own thing. So this volume right here that I just held up takes place 4,000 years before the Battle of Yavin. So basically 4,000 years before A New Hope. Okay, so you don't have to know anything about Star Wars to pick this up and just start reading it. And it's a great title, and I'm actually probably going to do an overview on it once I finish reading it because I thoroughly enjoy it, and I think more people should be picking it up, and it's just a gorgeous book in general. Paper's a little thin, but it's a gorgeous book in general. So, February 8th, Star Wars, Rise of the Sith. That one I'll be grabbing. Then on March 1st, they are releasing Star Wars The Empire. I will definitely be picking up that one as well. And so all of these are these Dark Horse books that Marvel's releasing. So a lot of stuff that I am excited about over the next 6 months is Star Wars related. Star Wars Jason Aaron, the reprint drops April 27th. I used to have that book. I parted ways with it a while back when I needed room. I regret it. I will be picking that book back up. Same thing goes with Darth Vader by Kieran Gillen. Once that book went out of print, I was like, I love that title so much, but I was like, at the time, I think the book was selling for like $300, $300, and I'm like, I'd be an idiot not to, if someone wants it, okay. So I will be picking up that reprint, though. Again, it's been a while since I've had it in my collection. So that drops on April 12th, the Kieran Gillen Darth Vader run. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, Star Wars New Republic. Again, Dark Horse drops July 19th. I will be picking up that one as well. And the one that I'm super excited about, they haven't announced yet, but we're fairly certain, after some people that I've spoken with, we are fairly certain that we will be getting it, which is the Star Wars Legacy run, which is the John Ostrander run, which I have read digitally, and that was kind of my first foray into the world of Star Wars Dark Horse, and I absolutely loved it. Loved it. It's a fantastic title, so I highly recommend it. Let's see. Oh, Fables box set, the compendium, the 4-volume compendium box set. That one's going to be dropping on April 19th. I've read Fables, not all of it, but I've read a decent chunk of it digitally. I really like it. Fables is an interesting title, and it's just, you get the 4 volumes of the compendium and you're done. You're done collecting Fables. That's it in its entirety. Boom, right there. So it's, doesn't take up a ton of real estate. It's not gonna be 6, 7, 8, 9 volumes, etc. I might actually custom bind them into hardcovers because they're just softcover compendiums. So yeah, I think I might go that route with them. But I am definitely looking forward to that. What else do we got here? Oh, March 1st, Fantastic Four Jonathan Hickman Volume 1 and 2 reprints. For sure I'm going to be picking those ones up because that is probably my all-time favorite Fantastic Four run. It's very rare that a comic can make me cry. But Jonathan Hickman's run definitely did that. It hit all the feels. I absolutely loved it. It's probably my favorite Fantastic Four run. I read it all digitally because the books were out of print by the time I had gotten around to reading it, but I read it 6 years ago at this point, and I read it all digitally and just fell in love with it. It was so good, and I have been patiently waiting years for the reprint to come, and it's finally coming here next month, so I will be grabbing that one for sure. Jonathan Hickman, Fantastic Four, reprint volumes 1 and 2. Don't sleep on that one, people. It is a fantastic title. Moon Knight, Volume 2, March 8th. So I have Moon Knight Volume 1. I will be picking up Moon Knight Volume 2, which is going to complete the run from like the late 80s. Now, there's also the 90s Mark Spector Moon Knight run. That one has not been collected in any official format. However, I do have almost all of the singles. I'm missing some of the Stephen Platt covers towards the end of the run, which are kind of pricey. But aside from that, I do have all of the other singles. So I am going to be custom binding those, so I will have that Mark Spector run as well. So I'm still going to be custom binding. Like, that's the other thing too. I have so many custom binds. Like, I can't keep doing this official stuff because I have way too many custom binds on top of it. Because trust me, the custom bind demon is here to stay, all right? I'm not done custom binding. I have tons of custom binds upcoming. Oh, and then SpiderMan Volume 1 reprint. Very excited for that one. I parted ways with my Volume 1 a few years back. Again, money was tight, and when sometimes you gotta sell some stuff to make money, let the hobby pay for itself. So the fact that it's getting reprinted makes me very excited, because I'm really excited for that one to get back into my collection. Volumes 1 and 4 are the two that I'm missing. I have 2, 3, and 5. I need 1 and 4. So I'm sure 4 will get that reprint, and once it does, I will be very happy about that one too. So those are kind of the books that are going to be upcoming. Oh, and then the Sin City Deluxes as well. I have volumes 1 and 2. I will continue to pick them up as they come out. There'll be a total of 7 volumes for Sin City, so I will be grabbing those as they come out as well. And yeah. Oh, and Jason Aaron's Thor. I've been waiting. Like, I can't believe it's taken them this long to make a Jason Aaron Thor Omni. It's mind-boggling that it has taken them this long. So I will most definitely be picking up that one too. That's kind of falls into that one-off situation, because I'm normally not a very big Thor fan. But Jason Aaron's run on Thor is epic. So I will definitely be picking up that one as well. Yeah, and I think that pretty much covers like the first few months of what I'm interested in. Let me know what you guys are interested in. I'm definitely, intrigued to hear what you guys are going to be picking up. Maybe I missed something on my list that I should be picking up. So if so, let me know. And yeah, just thank you everybody for tuning in and checking us out. We've hit over 13,000 subscribers now, which is super exciting. 15K. Let's get there. And just thank you everyone. And until next time, the power is yours.